watching SKST Radio.
Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio 101 with Cammie, Grayson, and friends. And I have a new friend, Miss Katelynn E.Newberry.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome, Katelynn.
Hi.
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for being on the show.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me.
You're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So are
Absolutely
you.
Gorgeous. At 8:00 at night, you're gorgeous. How do you do that?
I don't know. Drink a lot of water or something. I don't know.
Wow. Well, tell the world who you are. Give us a little bit of background about you.
My name's Katelynn E.Newberry. I am an actress. I'm currently based out of Atlanta, Georgia. I spent quite a bit of time in Ohio, which is where I booked the role in Isolated. And I've done a lot of independent horror films, which has been amazing because I love horror.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a little bit about me to not go overboard.
So how did you? Well, no, this is about you, girl. So how did you get into acting?
It was actually kind of an accident. I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't know that I wanted to be an actor. I started off in the entertainment industry as a vocalist. And I was working with these couple gentlemen from the band Mushroom Head, if any of you have ever heard of them. And we were creating an EP and everything. And one of them had pushed me to try acting to see if I'd like it. And I completely fell in love with it, head over heels. I started acting probably when I was 25. So it was like a little bit later in the game than most of the other young actresses out there. I didn't have that whole like theater experience in high school or anything. I just trained really hard because it was something that I wanted to do. So I was like, I'm going to be an actor now. My parents were like, excuse me, what?
She welcome and she just decided I'm going to be an actress now.
Pretty much. They were not much surprised them. I'm going to be completely honest. They're like, okay, honey.
I love your parents.
I know, they're pretty great.
Just go with the flow,
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so tell us the names of some of the movies that you've been in already.
I've been in Widow's Point, which was one of my favorite movies to do. Devil's Junction, which was also awesome to do. The Cricket's Dance, which is not a horror film. It's actually based off of a book, and the part that I was in, it's like present time, and then from the 1800s, and my character was based in the 1800s, so I got to wear these crazy gowns. I had to like speak in an accent. I had to get coached on the accent and everything. We were shooting on a plantation in an old plantation in Savannah, which was really an odd experience just to see that world. So that was one of my favorite movies to shoot because I felt like it was a very impactful story. So those are probably a couple of my favorite films.
Now, who was in that show with you, in that particular movie with you?
So Bill Oberst was also in that.
Okay.
And he was also in what is it called? Devil's Junction, I think is what it ended up being called after it got sold to a distribution company. And he's one of my favorite people to work with. He's so great. And there was an injury on set. And so there had to be some things switched around because I don't want to give a ton away, but there was some physical stuff in the film that had to be switched around a little bit from one actor to him. So he ended up being kind of abusive towards me. But he's so good about it. I remember we had one little like stunt to do, and he's like, we're just gonna do this and it's gonna be great. And I was like, I know it is. And it was one take, and they were like, yeah, that was great. And he's like, yeah, we know what we're doing. He's so wonderful to work with. I adore him. But he was in it. Mark McCullough was in it. I don't know any of I can't remember any of the actors from like the modern time, just because I wasn't ever on set with any of them. But
yeah,
it was a really great cast. It was a really, really good cast. It's a really good movie.
Okay, 'cause the reason why I asked, because I believe I interviewed someone else that was in that,
Okay.
and she was saying, you're telling about the past and the present type thing. So that's what made me wonder, who else was in that particular program.
Was it Jamie Butler by any chance? Is that who you interviewed?
It might have been.
She's so wonderful. She played
Yeah, it
my
might
best
have been.
friend. I adore her. Yeah, she
Nice.
was my best friend. And people had actually asked us if we were actually friends in real life, because we were like, no, we just have good chemistry.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
every now and then you get someone that you can gel with like that,
Yeah, that's what
So
happened.
that's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
tell us about the movie. How did you get in this particular program?
I had worked with the producer and DP Greg and the writer Michael on previous projects, two previous projects. Michael and I had done a short film together, and then Greg was DPing that short film, and he also was the DP on a film that I did called The Curse of Lilith Ratchet. And so both of them individually had talked to me about this movie and the story, and I loved it because I love sci-fi and I love thrillers. So it just like everything about this movie, I was just like, it's just so cool. And so finally one of them sent me the full script, and they were like, we're auditioning for it, and they had me put myself on tape. I went through like 3 rounds of callbacks for it. Met the director and everything, and I ended up getting booked for it, and we worked hard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
That with the movie itself, it seemed like it would be real easy because it's not really a lot of people in the movie.
Sure.
But I'm sure that probably was the hardest part because there was not a lot of people in the movie.
Yeah, it was. From an editing standpoint, I can't even imagine how they did that because, and I haven't seen the final cut of it. I have seen a cut of it, but I haven't seen the final version of it yet. Everybody keeps telling me that I'm going to be really happy with it, so I'm excited.
Yeah, you are. You are.
But from an editing standpoint, first off, we had so much footage because we were shooting 12 hours a day, and I think we shot for between 30 and 33 days. I can't remember. But it's all me. Like they had to cut around just like shots of just me for like 90% of the movie. So from an editing standpoint, I can't even imagine how difficult that was.
Yeah.
Just in itself. But I mean, being the only actor on screen has its challenges in itself. That was a challenge I never expected to face doing this.
Yeah. I bet it was hard. And so I guess with our, how long ago was it when you guys actually filmed it? Was it before COVID or after COVID or?
Yeah, we shot it I think we shot it in 2018 is when we shot it. And then obviously the pandemic happened, and that kind of pushed everything back, unfortunately. But I mean, I'm glad that it's out now. I think it's coming out at a really good time.
Yeah, I think so too. It's really good. So what's next, Miss Katelynn?
I'm actually getting ready to go work on a film. I start next Monday. I'll be filming for the next few weeks. It's a sci-fi thriller called Those Greater Than Us.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited. The character's not like any other character I've ever played before. She's very like Queen Bee kind of thing. And it's like I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're shooting up in the mountains. It's gonna be really pretty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So do you have like a good support system, your family members?
Yeah, not even just my family members though. I have my family's incredible. My dad is an entrepreneur, so every time I get a little bit discouraged, he's just like, "Well, welcome to the life of being an entrepreneur. Get up and keep going." And I'm like,
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. He's like my number
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no, my dad is like my mom and dad are like my number one supporters. They actually have I did a campaign forever ago, and there are life-size cardboard cutouts of me, and my parents have one, and so they're big supporters. But my friends here in Atlanta are also incredible. We're all in the industry in a different capacity, so we all understand the same struggles. I have actor friends, so I do have a really good support system, which I feel like you need if you're going to do
Yes.
this, because it's hard.
Yes, yes. I always tell people that, anything you see someone do, it's not always easy. A
No.
lot of times it takes a lot of work, a lot of practicing, a lot of coaching, for the blocking and all that. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It's not an overnight thing, that's for sure.
Not at all. So what types of words of inspiration can you give to people who's trying to be in your shoes?
Go out there, train hard. I personally always recommend having a coach. I always try to learn from people that are doing what I want to do. So my acting teachers are working actors. If you're looking for an acting studio, I work with Drama Inc. They're incredible. They do online classes now, which is really convenient because not everybody's in an area where you can get quality acting coaching.
Mm-hmm.
So stay trained, network. I always follow the people that inspire me. That's what I always do. I follow a lot of people that inspire me, and I look at what they're doing. So yeah, and just don't give up. Like if it's something that you love that much, don't give up. Keep going. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to either work hard doing something you don't want to do, or you're going to work hard doing something that you do want to do. So either way, you're going to work hard.
Right, right. So does the money just like dash in all at once, or do you really have to sacrifice to make this dream come true?
So I do a lot of freelance work. So I don't just do films. I do like training videos, commercials, voiceover stuff. I find a lot of different places that I can make money, so I don't have to get like a conventional job. And not that there's anything wrong with a conventional job. I have a lot of actor friends that do it. I just have a really hard time being told what to do. So, and like going to the same place every day, that's like the bane of my existence. So I have worked really hard to like develop these different relationships with these different like places that will hire me for like industrials or something like that. So does the money come in all at once? It depends, I guess. No matter what, I'm still gonna have to work really, really hard. And I'm always trying to get to the next level in my career. So I always know that it's going to come because I work hard enough that I know that it's going to come. Is it necessarily going to come from where I want it to certain months? Maybe not, but that's the nature of this business, especially where I am in my career. I'm not working on television shows every day. Maybe someday, hopefully someday, that's the goal. But right now it's a lot of like still like building a career and networking and forcing myself in front of people.
Yeah, right. And building your resume. I mean, look, you already have a few names already that, we were able to add to your track here. You know what I mean? So keep going. Don't give up. Just stop, make it happen, girl. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So now give us a little background of what's going on with your background.
Oh, this?
Yes.
This here? Oh, it's an astrology chart.
That is so cool. So do you just keep that as your backdrop to make it look pretty, or do you dabble in the stars? Or
yeah, a little bit. I consider myself like a practicing witch, which might seem strange to some people, but I mean, it's not really something that I hide. Some people do definitely get like weird about it. But yeah, I like astrology.
That's you.
Yeah, everybody has their own spirituality or whatever, and that's mine.
Okay, well, I love it. Absolutely love it. Well, Katelynn, thank you for being on the show. You've been great.
Thank you so much.
I want to see you again. This is not goodbye, because we're friends, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna find you online. I'm gonna follow you.
Oh, sounds good, and I'm gonna follow you as well. So thank you so much for being a part of the show. Great job on the movie. Everybody will be able to see the movie June 14th on DVD. Well, you tell people, how can they see the movie?
It'll be on streaming on all sorts of different platforms, June 14th, and also on DVD. So
yay. So, well, I'm going to tell you, keep going. Don't stop. Look like you got a great, you're running. You got a running start. You have great people supporting you, and you have us here now in Virginia.
thank you.
Woohoo!
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Until next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, Miss Katelynn. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you so
All right.
much.